And welcome back to AKSN. Kirby Dorr here, sitting with Kimani Shotwell, head coach and athletic director, right, of Eagle River Christian Academy. Oh, I mean, I don't know if it's Academy.
It's Academy.
Okay.
Yep.
Eagle River Christian Academy, head coach of the boys basketball team. Brand new program out there. Can you just tell us a little bit about it? Well, let me tell a little about yourself, people at home.
Well, I'm a Memphis, Tennessee native. Moved up here to play at and go to school at University of Alaska Fairbanks.
Okay.
From there I coached at West Valley for the last 5 years, and so now me and my family moved down to Anchorage, and we're able to start this program. So.
Okay. All right, then, and you said you moved to West Valley, head coach there for a little bit, and now you're here at Eagle River Christian. Right. First year the program's in session. Can you just talk about how tough is it to put a program together like that to try to get all these young guys competitive with all the talent that's out there?
Yeah, no doubt. So it's definitely a process. Being a Christian man, I know that my faith is in the Lord. So I'm really excited about what we have going here, because I do believe that we're able to touch so many lives through this program. Not only through basketball, but in their daily lives as well. So.
Okay. All right, and with this new program being built, I saw you got a couple of guys. You got Devonair Dutree. You know where the other Dutree went?
I believe he's in California.
He's in California playing. Okay. And if you're wondering, these are the two gentlemen who was part of the West High School state championship team. You have Devonair. Can you name off some of the other guys that you have on the team?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Khalil and Devonair actually just picked up their first D1 offers from New Mexico State. Padilla Wang is from Denver, Colorado. George Lee is from Chicago, Illinois. Savon DeVos from Anchorage. We got Jaron, Jariah, Taban Dang. So they're all Anchorage guys.
Nice little mix there. Can you just talk about the personalities and how do you think they fit on this team?
Well, every one of these young men come from different backgrounds, and they're all great young men. But to fit into what we're trying to do, which is build Christian young men, they're perfect, because they all have bought in fully and wholly into what we're doing, and it's not easy. Sometimes, they were earlier in the year, they were getting up at 5 in the morning to do workouts, and the demands that we put on them academically, and then we do weekly Bible study. So it's a big process and a big change from what they're used to. So to have these young men, come in and buy into what we're doing as quickly as they have has been just a blessing.
All right, then, and with this new program being built, I saw you had like a kickoff tournament with the Tundra Tip-Off Classic. Right. Can you talk a little bit about that and how that went? The
Tundra Tip-Off Classic was pretty cool. We brought up prep schools from around the country. One of them had a kid who has signed with UCLA as a junior, or committed to UCLA as a junior. There were a lot of D1 prospects in that tournament, and so it was really good to see how our guys matched up. And these are local guys, so it's kind of cool. So, and that's the goal of the program, is not to win a state championship. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's just not our goal. Our goal is to prepare these young men for the next level of being a student athlete, which is making sure that their skill set's right, getting them in the weight room, making sure that off the court they understand what the standard is of being a NCAA athlete. So, our goal is to make sure these boys get scholarships, and that's already what's starting to happen.
So what's the response been like from, I guess, the community and from from them themselves in terms of having to be part of a new program that's just starting? There's always little things that doesn't happen with established programs. Now you have yourself a new one. How are they responding to that? The community
is responding pretty well. When what we're doing is fully explained and everybody understands what this really is, I think the response has been great. A lot of support, and actually we're still looking for support. So anybody that wants to contribute in any way, there's all types of ways to contribute. And help these boys out succeed. Right. So
let them know. How can they contribute?
So if right now, there's financial needs. There's all types of travel needs. And then there's community service opportunities that we're looking for. So we've already done 3 or 4 things this year, and this is our community. This is where these boys live. So we don't want this to be just a our thing. We want this to be the state's, team. So that's why we put Alaska across our uniforms. But, all these different ways, and you know, contacting the school and finding out the full details of, you know, how you can help. That would be awesome. You know, we love to talk to you if you have any interest in helping out in any way. So.
All right then. And with any future tournaments you got coming up?
Yes, December 15th through January 2nd, we'll be in Las Vegas. We'll be in San Diego, competing in some of the biggest high school basketball tournaments in the country against some of the best teams in the country. So, you know, hopefully we can hold it down and represent Alaska the right way.
All right, roger that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go to break. But when we come back, we'll be right back with more Kimani Shotwell, head coach of the Eagle River Christian Academy basketball team.
Black Friday is back. The Toyota Black Friday sales event. For details, see Kendall Toyota of Anchorage. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, this is Ted Sadler. Everybody seems to sell mattresses. Have you noticed that? Well, I say my mattresses are just a little bit better for one reason. I spend all my time, and so does my staff, trying to make it better so that you'll be happy. We think that mattresses are very, very important, and we'd like you to take the comfort test. Test our mattresses for comfort. Test our mattresses for price. You'll buy at Mattress Ranch.
More bucks at the Mattress Ranch.
Hi, I'm Vivica Janot, and I'm an opera singer. I grew up in Fairbanks, a vibrant arts community in interior Alaska, and ultimately fell in love with opera. Opera is for everyone, adults and children, minors and magicians, teachers and service people, prospectors and pilots. You too can share the joy and sorrow, comedy and tragedy, trials and triumphs of each production. See you at the opera.
And welcome back to AKSN. Kirby Dort here with Kimani Shotwell, head coach, athletic director, as well at Eagle River Christian Academy boys basketball team. Is there a girls basketball team yet?
Not yet. That's
Okay.
in the future.
That's the next one.
That's,
Okay.
that's the next step.
All right. So how are we getting these young men better as the year goes around? I know obviously tournaments, that's where you get better, that's where you get exposed, especially with the type of tournaments you're doing when you're not only taking on kids in Alaska, but all year round. You told me off camera that you'll be taking on guys from outside the state. Yeah. So how do we get better?
So, you know, we started off this year with Eagle River Boot Camp.
Okay.
And,
what is that?
It was a strength and conditioning program.
Okay.
And actually Dwayne Ingram I can't remember. I'm sorry. Dwayne Ingram's a big-time trainer around here. Trains a lot of the athletes. Tariq from West and a bunch of other guys. And so he's a great guy, and he's done such wonderful things for our boys, and they've seen tremendous strides just since they got here. So in August. So that's one of the things we do. We do skill training all the time, and then of course we have practices. And so, you know, it's an environment where if you're really serious about your craft, if you're really serious about playing ball at the next level, this is a perfect situation for you because it never stops. You know, and so but it's done in a way where, you know, we're not wearing these boys out, but we're building their bodies, building their skills, and then giving them an opportunity to present those skills on a national schedule. So that's kind of how we do things.
Now, speaking of schedule, what's the schedule looking like for the school year? You know, how are we balancing everything?
Yeah, well, we try not to travel during the week. Most of our travel comes during the weekends, and our biggest, longest trip is obviously during the Christmas break. And so when we get back, we'll go to Indiana for a weekend. We'll go to, I think that's in February. And in February, we'll also go to Vancouver for a big tournament. We're going to Tennessee, South Carolina as well. So, you know, we kind of hitting We're kind of hitting every point in the country so that these boys can see. And then when we go on these trips, we take college visits. That's a big thing. That's a big part of what we do, because I want them to see what being a student athlete is about. And so we go and we have the coaches. They meet the coaches and they tour the campuses, and that actually sparks a lot of interest for these boys, because now when you see a 7'1" freshman walk in your doors, I can tell you he's 7'1", but when you're looking up at him, it's a different thing. So that's a part of it, and then making the way we bring these guys in is making sure that they understand that this is a threefold program. Obviously, there's the athletic element, and that's what draws the kids. But the other parts of that is the academic element. And the spiritual character, moral building element. On the academic side, we have 7, 8 teachers who have master's degrees. Oh, wow. And they don't play. They're really good at what they do. They love these boys, and they love all the kids at the school. But it's a very rigorous schedule for them academically. But we've seen a lot of success with these young men who, some of them have not had success before academically, but because of the small class sizes, because of the Bible-based Christian education, I believe they're really thriving in this environment. And then the other side of that is the character building, and that goes along with the academic stuff. We take every week, we take time out to do Bible study just with our team. Now every morning they're doing Bible studies with the whole school and such, but we really believe that that's a big part of what we're doing, is building Christian young men that are going to be able to share that love with everybody they come in contact with, because we all know we're tired of seeing athletes out here and doing things they don't have any business. So hopefully this little pocket of what we're doing can snowball and affect a lot of other people.
All right, roger that. So we have to go in a little bit, but just in terms of getting the message out, what are some things that people need to look out for in terms of what's happening with Eagle River Christian basketball throughout the year? Yeah, well, we're still looking. We've been approved by the state association to play local teams if they want to play. So that's cool. Be on the lookout for that. We're still open with some spots during the year, so we'd love to play. Anybody who wants to play, I think that'd be cool. West,
so
service, you're hearing, hopefully?
Oh, man.
West, service, West Valley, maybe?
Yeah. So, it's not a challenge. It's not a challenge, but I think it'd be good for the community, especially for these boys who live here. I mean, their parents don't get to see them play very much, and so it'd be good for them to be able to do that. And then, like I said earlier, any type of help, contribution, if you just want to know more about the program, if you want to know more about the school, if you're looking for a school that's a Bible-based Christian education that's not, going to, take every cent you got, this is the place for you. And then, that's for non-athletes. And then for the guys that are athletes and future girls that are athletes, if you're interested in an opportunity to travel the country and play on a high level, it's not about, championships. You're not going to get seen very much, but you will get an opportunity to get scholarships. And so that's what we're about. And so if you have any type of interest at all in helping us in any way that you think, possible, please call the school. Please, contact the school, Eagle River Christian School. It's on Eagle River Loop Road. Contact, and we'd be glad to talk to you.
And how did they get in contact with you?
Contact me, my first name, my last name, at gmail.com. I answer those fairly quickly, so that All
right, roger that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, head coach Kimani Shotwell of the Eagle River Christian Academy, boys basketball head coach. Really appreciate you stopping out, Coach.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate that, and we'll be right back with more UAA, and then after that time, Nick Heron Webb. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.